Hello everybody, and today we are going to think about multiplying 3 digits by a 1-digit number. So let's have a little look. Which multiplication sentence do not match the image? So let's have a look at the image and have a think about which multiplication sentences do not match. For example, I know that 6 times 4 here, this one, does that match the image? Well, it does, because I've got one group of 6, I've got another group of 6, two groups of 6, I've got a third group of 6, and here I have a fourth group of 6. Does that match the image? Yes, it does. I would like you to pause the video and see which ones you think do not match the image. So looking down here, hopefully you've correctly identified that 1 times 22 does not match the image, 14 times 2, and this one down here, 9 times 3. Perfect. Complete the calculation using the grid method. So you're very comfortable with this grid method. So again, just so you're comfortable here, it's your hundreds, your tens and your ones, and it's 504 times 6. Here's your number that you're timesing by, and here are your partitioned number 504. You can pause the video and finish off that multiplication for using the grid method, please. All right. So hopefully you've recognized here that you've got 6 times 500. Well, I know that 6 times 5, start with my multiplication facts that I know, which is very helpful. I know that 6 times 5 is 30. So 6 times 500 is 3000. Then it's 6 times 0 is 0. And 6 times 4 is 24. So the answer is 3024. Looking at the next question, which is the correct answer to the calculation below? So it's 921 times 7. 921 times 7. So again, you can use the grid method to work this out, or you could also partition it and round the number as well. For example, I could say I know that 900 times 7, well, let's just think about this first of all. I know that 900 times 7 is going to be 6,300, because I know that 9 times 7 is 63. And 63 made 100 times bigger is going to be 6,300. And then you can think, well, 20 times 7. Well, again, you know that 2 times 7 is 14. So 20 times 7 is going to be 140. Okay, so looking at 6,300 plus 140, well, I know that that's going to be 6,440, and 1 times 7 is 7, so my answer is 6,447. Perfect. Okay, the next one is looking at more formal written methods now. So this is the method that you need to be thinking about moving towards, more efficient, and also thinking about using this. This is what you will be transitioning to, moving more, the method you will be moving more to in year 5 as well. So it's important that you start thinking about starting to use this method and getting comfortable with it. So again, here are my hundreds, here are my tens, and here are my ones. Okay, so for the purpose of doing this method, this written method, we are going to think about treating each number as an individual digit. So let's start. The layout is crucial. Make sure when you use your squared paper that you give each digit its own box. That's absolutely key to getting the correct answer. So let's start. Okay, so I'm going to start with 5 times 0. 5 times 0 is 0. Always. Now I move to the next digit. 5 times 3. 5 times 3 is 15. And just like you would in addition, you move your number that you're carrying over onto the next column. And then it's going to be 5 times 6 is 30, plus my 1 down here in the bottom is 31. So the answer is going to be 3,150. And hopefully you, if you tried it on your own, you got the same answer. Okay, which calculation here has the largest answer? Again, I think for this you can work it out as well using your written method that we just looked at. Or you could also think about rounding this number here. So let's have a little look. For example, if I rounded 591 to the nearest 100, it would be 600. So let's think about, well, what's 600 times 6? Well, let's use the multiplication facts we know. 6 times 6 is 36. 60 times 6 would be 360. Oh, sorry, crazy mouse. And 600 times 6 would be 3,600. I want you to pause the video and see, using rounding now, can you look at what your estimate for 903 times 3 would be? Okay, hopefully you have worked out that 900 times 3, if we were to round 903, it would round to 9, to the nearest 100, it would round to 900. And 900 times 3, well, I know 9 times 3 is 27. And to make 27 100 times greater, the answer would be 2,700. Oh my goodness, 2,700. So the calculation that has the largest answer is going to be this one here, A. And let's double check our answer and make sure that we're happy with that. Let's use the grid method and practice it. So 6 times 1 is 6 here. 6 times 9, remember we're treating each number as a single digit here for the purpose of doing multiplication. 6 times 9 is 54, so I'm going to put down my 4 here and take my 5 across under the next column over here to the left. 6 times 5 now is 30, and I've got 5 to count in here, which is going to give me 35, and the answer indeed is 3,546. You can use the grid method as well to check that this one is also right. You can pause and do that now for yourself, and it's good practice for you too. Okay. Match the numbers which have a product of 2,432. So have a little look. Remember, the product is when two numbers are multiplied together. Have a little look and see if you can work out which numbers you would add together to achieve the product of 2,432. And hopefully you have worked out that 304 times 8 would give us a product of 2,432, and 608 multiplied by 4 would also give us this product as well. Okay, brilliant. Okay. Add the missing digits to the calculation below. Right. So this is where we need to use our times tables and we need to just really think carefully. So what could be missing here then? Right, that would give me 5. Right, well, let's have a look at the next line over here. Well, whatever it is, because I know that 5 times 5, okay, well, I can move from there, then I'm going to look there, is going to give me 25. So there's my 5, and there would be a 2 under there. So I'm carrying nothing over here. 5 times 5. There's nothing carried over. So actually, when I think about it, a 1 has got to go in that box because there's nothing carrying over to the next column. So 5 times 1 is 5. Yes, that's correct. 5 times 5 is 25. Yes, it is. And I have a 7 here too. Right. So what could go in here that would give me a 37 here? Well, if I think about it, I know that 5 times 7 would be 35, and 2 more here would give me 37. So 7 is going to go in that box there. So you're using multiplication facts and thinking very carefully when you're working these type of problems out. Okay. So here is the answer, and indeed we're absolutely right here where we have a 1 and a 7. Let's have a look at the next slide. Okay, so Oscar is thinking of a number. When I multiply my number by 8, I get the product of 3,336, and Evie says your number is 416. So let's have a little look. Do we need to work out the whole answer? Well, I don't think we need to work all of it out, but let's put 416 up here, laying it out as just written multiplication with one digit. So I'm timesing it by 8 here. Sorry about the writing. So 8 times 6. Well, 8 times 6 is 48. And my 4 goes here. Well, I know straight away without doing any more of this that Evie is incorrect because there is a 6 is the last digit over here in the answer, and I know that 8 times 6 is 48, so Evie is incorrect. So Evie is incorrect because 416 multiplied by 8 gives the answer of 3,328. And I can see here there's absolutely no way that she's correct. So just by starting off that multiplication, the previous slide, we knew that answer was false. Oscar's number is actually 417 multiplied by 8. So good luck with your math today. Have a go at doing your written method. Remember to give each digit its own box and use your multiplication facts to achieve your answers. Good luck and let us know how you're getting on.